Hello there. I just watched the video about the farm, and that was really nice. I watched it in little bits. Those are the fairy lights, look. And that was good, the farm video. And they've got some good stuff going on there, haven't they? I've just been trying to deal with stuff to do with, like, the internet and changing over. Well, they kind of said I couldn't renew it and I had to go with someone else. Oh, God, I don't want to go to all the details, but I just think everything's insane. I just think all these companies and the way they act and or is maybe it's me. I can't cope with it. I just can't cope with dealing with almost anything now. I just don't want to deal with it because it's all just they all kind of make out as though they've got all these things to help you and millions of questions. So if you want to ask a question, they don't tell you the answer to the question. They just say you've got to find the question in like thousands of questions that they got on the website. You've got to go through all these screens to find something like it, and then it's not it. And then you want to speak to a person, and they keep taking over. There's more and more automated. I'm sure people have noticed. There's more and more automated so-called helpers now, and this is like a sign of the future. It's just I'm responding really badly to it. I know I'm abreacting, I think the word is, in a way that's really unhealthy because I just find it, and there's this one company, this internet company, and it was them that told me to fucking, sorry, I don't want to swear. It was them that told me to change. And then, but they're the same company. And then the old company is saying, we're sorry you're leaving us. But it was them that did the transfer. So it's all weird. It's like, I don't know if I'm taking it all too seriously, but it's just, everything is weird. The way they act, the way it's all arranged, the way nothing's normal anymore. I used to, when I first left school, I used to work for British Telecom. Like, it was all very simple. People knew what things meant, and even then there were issues. But now it's all insane. I think it's all designed that you can't reach them, and they make mistakes, and they're double charging now. This is probably really boring, isn't it? But oh God, double charging. And I'm trying to say, well, it was you that did it. And they're saying, no, it's not ours. You've got to ring the other ones. But so that is you. Because I got emails from them and it had your name in it. And they said, no, that's them. So it is straight out of Kafka. And I know this is like minor stuff compared to so many other things, but it's emblematic. Everything is really, really, it's getting weirder to me. And I don't want to deal with this world. I'm not functioning very well within it, and I'm trying to minimize contact with it. But then, how far do you do that? Maybe it just makes you think, well, just get rid of it all, get rid of the internet, get rid of the phone, get rid of everything. But they've kind of made it that it's almost very, very hard to. They've made it very hard, haven't they, to live without. We didn't need any of this stuff before. Well, I get incredibly stressed, and I know I shouldn't do. It's stupid because, well, it's not stupid. It's just I just rebel against, and there is a connection to this other stuff to do with. It's I don't know how to describe it. That Chief Constable of Cheshire Police, the way he just comes out with that litany of lies in response to Sir David Davis. Just a complete, and it doesn't matter because they can just do it, and there's nothing to stop it. It's just things are losing their reality. Things are losing their reality. Well, I saw on Twitter as well, some other politician, or I don't know if he's still one, but he said, Keir Starmer's many things, but he's not a liar. Well, it's just they're all lying. They're all lying. we're in a very odd world. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. All the small things are getting weirder. I saw this video a little while back about recycling, and they said they can't recycle 91% of the plastics. 91%. And it's all a ruse by the plastic industry so they can carry on making things out of plastic to pretend as though they're recycling it. But 91% of it can't be recycled. It just gets shipped off to other countries in big tankers and buried in elsewhere. All that washing of your plastic stuff you do is just 91% of it, and the 10%, if this is true, the 9 or 10% that is recyclable is downcycled. So you can't get a plastic milk bottle, those big milk bottle containers, and recycling into a new one of those. It has to go down to something of a lower quality, sort of a filling for something, or it's not going to be the same. You're not going to get a bottle for a bottle or anything like it. So I think they describe it as being downcycled, down in terms of qualities of things that you can use it for. And then the next stage of that is that it becomes unusable again. So it's a myth. It's a myth, all this recyclability of plastics anyway, which is just really crazy. And then they're just pretending as though they're doing it, and they're not doing it because they can't do it, because it's not real. It's back to the unreality again. So dealing with like internet companies and call centers, and it's nothing against anybody from other countries. It's not at all, because they're usually very, very polite in 99% of cases, but it's quite hard to understand people, and there's something that's hard to connect. I'm not saying it necessarily would be easier with anybody from the UK. It might be harder, but it just feels all very hard. It just feels more difficult. So I don't know. It's corporate. Somebody described this thing as corporatism and corporate fascism even. I wasn't going to go into corporate fascism on a Friday night. But something's gone really, really weird with everything, I think. I don't know. I can't make head or tail of it. And I think I often think I'm on the edge of some kind of, I shouldn't take it inward. But I think with all the stuff to do with the miscarriage of justice, and it's almost as though you just think, I've got to kind of get out there and actually physically do something about it. But what can you do that wouldn't lead to an arrest? I don't mean demonstrate, because actually make them do it, because it's like you need people there to take over from them, because they're no good. The police are no good in many ways, and the courts are no good. It's like we literally got to physically take over from them and remove those people. Just you've just got to go, because you're just no good at this. You're no good at this, and more than that, you don't care that you're no good, and you'll lie about everything that you've done wrong, and corrupt as well. You'll lie about all the lies you've told. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, because it's just very depressing, and it's kind of like I don't want to fall off the edge, and maybe just need to take a little break and just do some gentle things. But it's any kind of thing you want to do in modern life today, everything feels fraught with companies that are going to try to stitch you over in some way, or double charge you or something, or they make out as it's all a good service, but it's not. Everything's gone crap in my view. I think what they've done to Cadbury's chocolate, that all came out the other week. It doesn't taste like the original Cadbury's chocolate. People have been saying that for ages, and the reason is because it's all palm oil instead of and they can't do that. Oh, there's a glass and a half of milk in the Cadbury's chocolate, and no, because it's all palm oil instead. That's why it doesn't taste like it used to. Everything's running down to an inferior version of itself, which another name for that is entropy, apparently. Entropy. That can either be disorder or it's just running down. Anyway, on that really happy note, I'll leave it. But maybe this is just a very, very depressing video, but with fairy lights. So hopefully the fairy lights make up for it. But anyway, I just, how do you switch off? Because I think I don't know whether therapy is meant to help you. I don't know. I've tried little bits over the years, but I'm reacting as emotionally and as unhelpfully for myself as ever I did. It doesn't matter how many tweets or things I read about, stay calm, protect your peace. I'm not able to do it. As soon as I interface with any kind of company, any kind of institution, anything at all, it's because it's all fucking shit. That's why. That's my humble opinion. Humble opinion. I'm ever so humble, but basically that's it. It's just all gone weird, and it's unreal. I mean, I'm not saying everything 100% all the time, but I'm not saying there are things. I mean, like the farm there. That's something real and tangible, and it's not about. Technology has been just awful. I mean, we're doing this with technology now. I get it, but I think it's made life a hell of a lot worse in many ways. I think it has. I don't know. Bye.